My wife tried to play with our children in a water tap, because of a witch. How are you? I'm Buenos Aires, BD, Moreno. I hope you can read me and tell me what I lived. Before anything, my wife was pregnant 7 years ago in a psychiatric neurodiversity, so I tried to do it. Today my children live in a miracle. We were a normal family. I used to make a lot of money as a maid in a work, so that the bread of each day was not missing from the family. While my wife was in charge of taking care of our children for 2 and 4 years. But it all began to get rotten when a friend of hers recommended a healer that had made black magic to return with her husband. My wife thought it would be best to recommend this witch, since we were not having a good economic experience, and she said that we were trapped, that someone had made a witchcraft for us, and that it was the envy of my relatives. A day when I entered my house and the smell of vinegar and sweet aroma penetrated your nose. That smell, she brought it on her clothes when I returned from those consultations, which I never approved. I agreed with that witch. I did not see the signs, or maybe the love made me deaf, but the spiritual world tells you when the devil comes to your table. One night I dreamed that we were in a house on the field, and a woman without a face took my children while I, nailing on the floor, I was unable to scream or move. The next day, in the hour, it was impossible. With a piece of iron, it dropped from nowhere and it got me full in my head as if I was pushed by the purpose. That deep breath forced me to go back home 6 hours before my schedule, and that accident ended up being the hand of God giving me an opportunity, because when I entered my house I thought I had left with the children since the beds were empty and it was all dark. But my 25th animal took me directly to the patio. Of course, as I am already in the bathroom, I put together a glass of oil and 50 liters of fuel for the hour. When we finished, we found the box that was, and the time went by, and we went with an old book with a metal star in the center that at the time gave me the same feeling as from the lagoon with which that day had passed. We did not open it. We looked for a bottle of gas from the motorcycle or the car and we burned it ourselves while we prayed, because we understood that was the contract that she had signed without knowing the price. Today she is still in a psychiatric hospital. She has been in for 7 years since. But she does not remember anything. De nada y niega a ver los chicos porque tienen miedo que esa sombra vuelve a usarla para lastimarlos. Los médicos recomendaron que ella regresa a casa medicada, pero ella por su voluntad quiere seguir en el hospital psiquiátrico. Y mientras mis hijos crecen con este vacío, yo lo digo a ustedes mujeres o hombres que están mal que tengan cuidado con quien se meten y a quien lo abren las puertas de su casa porque hay oscuridades que no se van en I. Con medicina en I con el tiempo y esta the cross that I have to load. I send you a big hug, my friend, and I clarify before the end that I never believed in God, but with this I try to pray every day and ask Him to recover my wife and to live well with our children. There's probably something you're not quite seeing yet. But my 25th animal took me directly to the patio. Con este resumen cerramos la explicación. Espero que te haya quedado claro. Nos vemos muy pronto en el próximo video.